Hello there, how are you? Welcome back to How I Did It. Today we're going to be treating the bees with oxalic acid for the Varroa mites. Now I found a vaporizing wand for $33.99 at, of all places, Walmart.com. This is just another view of it. And the oxalic acid. So a quarter teaspoon in that little silver cup at the end of it. You go ahead and just slide that wand into the hive. There we go. Now you're going to want to cover the front of this hive up with something to keep most of the vapor inside. Also, when you connect this, you want to make sure you use proper safety precautions, respirator, safety glasses, all that. Now you're going to connect a red to red and the black to black on a 12-volt battery. This one took about 30 seconds to heat up and then 2 minutes to fully discharge or vaporize all of the oxalic acid on the end of the wand. Now I started the clock. The girls are wanting to get back in their house. Obviously they're not going to get oxalic acid treated, but with me releasing that new queen and their hive being without brood, now is the perfect time for me to go ahead and get this done. So you let it run for 2 minutes. Everybody's wand's different, so you'll want to check it. Then you're going to let it sit for 10 minutes afterwards, and then remove everything. Now last time I treated for the Varroa mite, I used Hopguard 2. I was not really enthused about the strips. The two frames that they came in contact with that kind of monkeyed the honey and the beeswax and whatnot up. So I started shopping around, found that I wanted to go with the oxalic acid. And the thing that's cool about it's a naturally occurring chemical substance that occurs in most of your dark leafy foods like collard greens and spinach and whatnot. So I figure, this is really the best, easiest way to go about treating the girls. The one thing you have to make sure is that you protect yourself when you're running that vaporizer. But that's like 2 minutes worth of heat put on it, technically about 2 minutes and 30 seconds on my one, and then disconnect it and let it sit there for 10 minutes so the girls kind of get a full course treatment of the vapor. The other thing that's pretty doggone cool about the oxalic acid, even if you did have brood in there where this queen was not freshly introduced to this hive, I could treat once a week for 3 weeks and eventually all the bees would end up being treated. So it's a controlled Varroa mite treatment is what I'm getting at. Plus, it's very inexpensive. The most expense you're going to have is for that wand. A lot of the different beekeepers that you see on YouTube and whatnot, they went out and they spent big bucks for bigger equipment, whether it be because they wanted it to work faster or whatever. So for us simple little backyard beekeepers, this is the perfect solution in my honest opinion. Man, those girls are loaded up with pollen. I don't know if you can pick that up in the video. God, that's so awesome. "15 seconds, and then we'll take it off of power and just leave it sit there covered for 10 minutes. Power's off. Disconnecting black first. Always disconnect black or you ground first. Alright, let's take the wand out. And looks like we lost one bee. And we have complete vaporization. And it's that simple. It's pretty doggone amazing at how something that is naturally occurring in the nature, our collard greens, spinach and whatnot, can actually combat the one thing that has been bringing down so many bees in the United States and worldwide for that matter, which is the oxalic acid. Very easy to treat, 1 or 2 hives. I don't know how the commercial beekeepers could realistically utilize this in their hives, but for me, I think this will definitely be the way I go. I'm not saying that I won't experiment here and there, but I think this will remain my preference. Okay, now that the 10 minutes is up, we remove the t-shirt and their oxalic acid treatment is complete. It was that easy. Very inexpensive getting those the oxalic wand and the acid from Walmart. Not sponsored. Alrighty then. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all have a blessed day.